Hi there folks, I hope you're all doing well. My name's Tim and I work at Sigma UK, and this is Steve, my colleague.
Nice to see you all again.
Yeah. So in the next few minutes we're just going to run you through a bit of Sigma news from the past month, just to keep you up to date, and also tell you a bit about a brand new promotion that starts today on 3 E-mount and L-mount lenses. So
wow.
Really exciting. So stay tuned for a few minutes and we'll give you the lowdown on all of that.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So Sigma news first. Should we kick off with Fuji?
Yes, we should. Yeah, we recently announced the addition of Fuji mount to our range, which is super exciting. Something we've been looking forward to having for some time now. So it's great that it's finally arriving.
Yeah.
And that's on 3 of our lenses. The beautiful little DCDM primes that we do, 30, 56 and the 16mm f1.4 primes. Yeah. And they should be available. They're arriving in the UK on the 8th of April. So look out for those in your local retailer. So that's super exciting.
Yeah, it is. And they're all f1.4. So, get a really nice blurry background, very fast in low light, very sharp. They're really good lenses and very well priced as well. So. Yeah,
brilliant. Yeah, so that's fantastic news. What else has happened, Tim?
What else? So just a bit before that, so a bit earlier in February, we had the 20mm.
We did.
So that's our latest I-series lens, which is a kind of a subcategory of our contemporary lineup. And it's a really nice wide-angle f2, all-metal build. Even the lens.
I love it.
The lens
love
of
those
metal.
I-series. They're absolutely stunning.
Beautifully built. Yeah,
construction's amazing, isn't it? All full
amazing.
metal.
Yeah. It's got an aperture ring, and so it feels almost like a kind of an old-school kind of retro lens, but new.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, it really does. Yeah, no, I love them. And this is an f2 again, isn't it? So,
it is. Yeah.
So this makes 4 f2s in that I-series range, which
that's right.
Great little bit of kit to be able to take anywhere you like, and that lovely fast working aperture.
Yeah, definitely.
Good.
So yeah, do check that out. And that's we said that. I don't know whether we mentioned the mount there, but that was E-mount and L-mount. So
that's right. Yeah, it's DGDM range. So it's our full frame mirrorless products. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Brilliant.
Great. And then probably it was worth mentioning a third bit of news, which is really big bit of news for us, and it's a good bit of news. We've got loads of bad news, haven't we, at the moment in the news?
As is usual in this company of ours, I was the last to hear about this, but it was going on in the background. And when I saw the announcement, and then I contacted Tim about it to talk it through, it's just brilliant. I'm loving the fact that we do this. So tell everybody out there what we're doing.
Yeah. Okay. So for every camera and lens we sell in 2022. In the UK, so Sigma UK, we are pledging to plant a tree, and on top of that, every time anyone registers for their free warranty, so it's a free 2-year extended warranty on lenses and an extra 1 year on cameras, we are pledging to plant another one. So it's really great. It's good for the environment in terms of both in terms of sort of climate and in terms of increasing biodiversity, creating habitats, all that kind of stuff, stopping soil erosion. Yeah. And also, all of these trees are being planted in developing countries. So the company that we have teamed up with to do this operate across Asia, Central and South America, Africa, and they employ people from kind of impoverished communities to plant these trees. So it's a kind of a win-win for everyone. It's really good news story, this one. So,
yeah, I loved it when I saw it, I must admit. And with so much horrible news around, it's nice to put some nice news out there, So no, I think it's a brilliant campaign we're supporting, and so every lens you're purchasing is going into that campaign for that tree to be planted. That's absolutely superb.
Yeah, and if you buy a lens this year, you might find a little card inside which will tell you a bit more about. It's inside the box, which will tell you a bit more about the project that we're doing.
Brilliant. Well done for organising that, Tim.
No, not at all.
It's not often I get a chance to praise you for something, but that's brilliant. He's finally done something worthwhile. Yeah, fabulous. No, well done, Tim. Brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant. So, should we have a look at this promotion then?
Yes,
so,
let's crack on with that.
Yeah. So, as we said a bit earlier, it's for E-mount and L-mount users. Yeah. So, if you're a Sony user, or if you're a Sigma FP or FPL user, or if you're a Panasonic full frame user, or if you're a Leica user, this is for you. Yep. And should we start with let's start this end first. Yeah. So, take us away.
What we've done is we've pulled 3 of really popular lenses of ours that are for mirrorless, and I say that work on those fittings that Tim's just mentioned. And we try to pick some focal lengths that will cover all the bases, really, won't they? So the first one Tim's got there is the 30mm, which is one part of that trio of 1.4 primes that we mentioned earlier.
Yes.
So a great little product that is easy to transport around, fabulous for street photography, that kind of thing, because obviously it's a crop sensor product. So this is part of our DCDN range. So whereas we've got DGDN for full frame mirrorless and DCDN for crop sensor, isn't it?
Yes,
so,
that's right. Yeah.
So 30mm, and so that would be equivalent to
45. Yeah.
Yep.
And it's very small and light. I think it weighs. I can't remember the weight of this one. Is it? I think it's something like 280.
280 grams.
Yeah, 280. I think so. It's
In
pretty
the
light.
mount version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's a little bit less in E-mount, isn't it? I think it's about 265 or something. Yeah. So just because the mount's a bit different on the back, but yeah, they all weigh a little bit different. But yeah, it's a fantastic lens, very sharp, f1.4 aperture, APS-C. It comes out, like you say, 45 on a APS-C camera. So yeah, you're looking at pretty much a bang-on standard prime. Yeah. Really good utility lens. You can use it for all kinds of photography. Street photography, portraits, weddings, events.
Again, we've said this before. Sometimes you just need lenses that are convenient.
Yeah, you do.
You know, because then you're not going to miss that great photo opportunity by not taking something with you, and that's exactly where that category this kind of falls into. Yeah,
it does. There's that thing, isn't there, of like, you know, now everyone's got a phone in their pocket.
Yeah.
There's this thing of people sort of saying, "Oh, I won't take my camera today. I'll just take my phone with me." Yeah. But that's the kind of lens that stops that happening, you know, because it's so small and light. It's super light. Yeah. It's amazing.
Fabulous. So. And that's in the high street at 289. Should be in the high street around 289. Should we come to the savings? Should we go through the three lenses that we've included, and then we'll hit the savings that potentially are available as from today till the end of April?
Good idea.
Yeah. So that's the 30mm that's included.
Okay. So next one is the 28 to 70.
Love
so
this.
It's a great lens. One of my favourites. So in the Sigma lineup, we've got a 24 to 70. Actually, we've got two. We've got one that was built for DSLRs, one that was built for mirrorless cameras, and that's been one of our best sellers, hasn't it, for a long time?
An amazing product.
Many years.
It really has. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Because it's a standard zoom. It's one of those. It was one of those does everything kind of lenses. It spends a lot of time on the camera if you own one, because it's the wide end you can do landscapes, at the tight end you can do portraits. Yeah. You can do weddings and events and street photography, anything.
It's a great all rounder, and it's part of the art series, isn't it? Which is
that's right.
Renowned for that topper, higher most optical quality.
Yes.
And it competes up in that arena, doesn't it?
It does. And it's possibly even a market leader, that one. I think
very
it
strong.
Probably is, yeah.
Very strong.
So, and there are lots of other manufacturers that make a similar thing, and a 2470 f2.8. Yep. Sony make one, Tamron make one.
G-series,
so last year, was it last year? It was the end of last year, I think, wasn't it? We released this. So this is a 28 to 70. So it's not quite so wide at the wide end. It's 4mm less wide. Still f2.8, but it's a lot smaller and lighter. Yeah. Optically still very, very good.
Engineers in Japan talk a lot about the fact that although it's only 4mm, 24 to 28mm, it makes a massive difference in how you then construct the lens itself. So that's how they can manufacture a lens which is so much more lighter and compact than a 24 to 70.
That's right. It's only, I think it's 470 grams this, so it's super light, and it's got loads of nice glass in it as well. I think there's 16 elements in here, and two of them are FLD elements, so it's sort of fluorite-like glass. So quite expensive and very high quality. Yeah. There's two SLD elements, that's special low dispersion glass, and then there's three aspherical elements. So all of those kind of types of element are very difficult to produce, very time consuming to produce. Yeah. And so the more of them that you have in, the better the lens tends to be. So
again, there's no compromise here, is
there?
Again,
no, exactly. That's the message, isn't it? That optically, this is just as good.
It's creating a lens which is just a bit more compact, a bit lighter, because it's now 28, not 24mm. Yeah. So you're creating that lens which is more compact, lighter, and the beauty of it as well is that we can bring down the price point a little bit as well. So because of the 28mm and not 24mm, so this is in the high street currently around 759, and again, there's going to be a saving offer this potentially from now until the end of the month. So we'll talk about that shortly. But that's that one. That's the second one in the 3 we've selected.
Yep. And just to say as well, I suppose, so that's it at 759, and the 24 to 70, which is sort of bigger but a bit wider in terms of focal length, that's in at about
150, yeah, 149.
1049, yeah. So it's
1049.
Yeah. So about £300 difference between those two. And then finally,
this beast.
The beast. Yeah. I love this
fabulous,
lens.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So I've got to go on and pick it up. Fabulous, look at that.
Yeah. Quite a new lens, this one. This came out again at the end of the last year, was it? I think
I think it was. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
September time or something, I think.
Yeah. It adds to what Sigma have been massively successful with, which is this long focal range. Yeah. We already have the 150-600 for DSLR users, Nikon, Canon.
That's right. We've actually got 2 of those. We've got the contemporary version and the sports version. The contemporary one is smaller and lighter. The sports one is bigger and heavier, but has more features like weather sealing. So when they brought out the mirrorless version of this lens, they kind of combined the two. So it is actually a sports line lens, this, but it kind of has the weight of the contemporary, of the old or the sort of older contemporary DSLR lens. So it's a really nice sort of hybrid of the two, if you like. Weighs in at about 2.1 kilos.
It's incredibly light, I think, for a 150-600.
The DSLR Sports one weighed in at 2.86 kilos, so quite a big 760 gram difference, quite a big difference. So it feels much lighter and smaller. And we used to have a 150 to 500, and that's obsolete now. It's an much older lens. But what we found, and we still hear this comment today, is that the difference between that 500 and the 600 mil at the tight end makes all the difference in landscape.
Yeah, it really does.
Sorry, in wildlife photography.
Yeah, wildlife or astro as well.
Yeah.
150-600 used a lot for fantastic moon photography.
Yeah, and aviation photographers say the same thing. Like you just need that extra 100 mil just to get in on the subject a bit more. So that's worth considering, because there are still lenses around on the market that are 150 to 500. Yeah. And I think a lot of people say, I just need a bit more.
And again, we should just mention this is obviously DGDN, so this is designed from the ground up for mirrorless full frame, and as Tim says, available for Sony and L-mount Leica users or Panasonic. And it's not the previous 150-600 Sport made to fit Sony. It is designed specifically for mirrorless full frame, and that means that there's different features added. Yeah. As Tim says, it's lighter and smaller than the current sports version. So we should quickly touch on a couple of those additional features.
Yeah, that's really quickly. So my favourite one, and it's a new addition to the 150-600 that wasn't on the DSLR one versions, and it's this switch here. It's a 3-way switch. So we've got an L, a T and an S on the switch. The L is lock, so you can lock the zoom ring in position. It doesn't creep under its own weight. So if you're carrying it around you,
nice and safe and secure.
On a strap or something, it's safe and secure. And then the next one is T. So T, I guess, stands for tight, and it just adds tension to the zoom ring, a bit of resistance, which is really nice. Makes it easy to film video on it. I quite like the smooth setting, which I'll come to in a second, but this is quite tight, quite a lot of resistance. And one nice thing is this also doesn't creep under its own weight. Now the S1 makes it very smooth, so it suddenly becomes much less resistant to movement. And the nice thing about having it in S is that you can use push-pull zoom, so you can use the sort of the lens hood to like quickly punch in on a subject.
Either twist or the trombone type effect. So
exactly.
You can use it either way, whatever, depending on the photography you're using it for.
That's right. Another feature I really like is these. So just around the side here, we've got 3. There's one just here under the foot, and then one there and one there. 3 kind of function buttons, I guess, that you call them. So you can customize those to. There's loads of different functions on that you can choose on the Sony. For example, on my Sony, I think there's about 100 that you can choose
Huge
from.
Amount,
So if I wanted to set that to say,
make them individual.
Yeah, like ISO, for example. So my thumb can just sit over that, and if I want to change the ISO or whatever it is, I can just press that, and it'll bring up the ISO settings on the screen. Loads of good functions. This tripod collar here, you can twist that, and if you mount it up on a tripod, you've got your camera on the back, and you can easily then just switch between portrait and landscape orientation.
It's a well thought through lens, isn't it?
And there's loads of other functions that we can't go
So
through.
most of these were on our original 150-600 as well.
That's right, yeah.
With various options on the stabiliser and such like.
Yeah, and that's a nice one. The dovetail foot.
Yeah.
So the tripod foot here has it's effectively like having a tripod plate on already.
Exactly.
So you can just put it straight onto an Arca Swiss head, and without having to put a plate on the bottom. Just such a nice little feature. Very nicely thought out.
Yeah. Brilliant. And this is currently in the high street 1,200. 1,199, isn't it? So,
yeah, that's right.
So
it's very competitive already.
Really is. Yeah, exactly. So high street price wise, as we said, so we've picked 3 lenses here that we really wanted to highlight. So the 30mm 289 in the high street currently.
Yeah.
There's 28 to 70 759 in the high street, and the 150-600 at 1,199 or 1,200 in the high street. But the big thing that we're saying obviously here today, what you've all been waiting for, is that there's some savings to be had on these from today through to the end of April.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. So it's about 6 weeks that you've got to
exactly.
save
up. So the saving on the 30mm is £50.
Yeah.
So there'll be £50 off that when you purchase it. There'll be a voucher code. Use the voucher code, and that will take £50 off of that one for you.
Yeah, and you can buy that from any good UK retailer, really.
All of our authorised high street retailers. Yeah, exactly. Whoever you prefer. And then the 28 to 70, there's an £80 saving to come off of that, which, wow, that makes it really competitive. That we spoke about, that really competitive marketplace of wide-angle zooms. Yeah. This will drop that then down to below the £700. So yeah. So again, voucher code, just place it in the basket, pop the voucher code in, and the saving will come off. And then lastly, the 150-600, this beast, 1,200 normally in the high street, and there's £150 to come off that from today through to the end of the month, like the other two. Again, same process, voucher code, and takes it off your price, and away you go. So
can I also use staff discount on that?
No. You get staff discount?
Amazing. But I mean so that brings that down to 1,049, isn't it? Which is just such good value.
Isn't
it's
it just?
Unbelievable for a lens of that quality.
So
amazing.
3 great lenses that we've chosen. Available with Sony and L mount, and with savings applying from today. So a great opportunity to pick it up if you haven't bought one already. Fabulous.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Brilliant.
Great. Fantastic, Tim.
Good to see you again. Yeah. And thanks so much for tuning in. We will see you very soon.
We will do. Take care.